Hello, welcome to Broken Mind and Growing Confidence, the podcast with funding from the National Lottery and the government. I'm Claire from Positive Life Workshops. I am a guide and a healer. I help people who have struggled with anxiety and depression, who want to start living that more positive life. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Broken Mind and Growing Confidence with the Staying Connected sessions, which we're running on Zoom. We've got one more session left, a live session. So if you want to join us live in the Zoom, you're more than welcome to join us, and you can go and look in the events on the Facebook page and you can find it there. If you've enjoyed the sessions, it would be really nice to get some more reviews and subscribers, because every review that we get, we can pass on to the lottery to show what good we're doing for our different people. So this week, again, we are doing another session around the Mood Boosters Workbook. So the Mood Boosters Workbook is the book that I've created, and the last few sessions we've gone over different things like listening to songs to make us feel happier, reading inspirational quotes, reading books, getting fresh air, staying hydrated. So all things that we know that we should be doing, but sometimes we just need that little bit of a reminder to do these things. So this is me reminding you of the last few weeks of what we've talked about, and to remind you to continue to use these things. So we have had some feedback from Kat, one of the ladies who comes to the sessions, who's not had a very good week. I think it was last week she didn't have a really good week, but she went on to use one of the pieces of music that she'd actually written about, that she knew was going to boost her mood, and she used that as a mood boosting tool to help her lift her mood. And she was dancing around the front room to a song, and we all know when we get up and start dancing around the room to a song, but it makes us feel good. We all know it does. And Kat has just confirmed this by just messaging to say that thanks very much for that reminder to do that, and she's used it and it is helping her. So I just wanted to remind you all there about these happy songs that we've got on the go. Right, so today's session is talking to a friend. So a nice, simple, easy thing to do, talking to friends, something that we do all the time. I mean, I've got Sarah, who is like constantly pestered by messages with ideas and me bouncing things off her for inspiration, and me like going, help, I need to talk to somebody. She's always there. So there's always somebody kind of there that we've got in our close friendship circle who we can talk to. And I'll read what the book says. So the book says, staying connected to friends is important. Remember to protect yourself. If you're not feeling great, don't ask, how are you? Ask things like, what have you done today? Or what are you having for tea? So, and then it says, write some names of the people you could talk to below. So it's about kind of knowing that you've got these people in your life who you can be connected to. So you might not feel connected to people, but if you kind of write a list of people who you would be comfortable talking to, and even if it was just say, what have you done today? To get a bit of conversation on the go. That's what it's about, because that's going to keep you connected and it's going to keep them connected, and it feels good. It feels good to have that connection with somebody and to just be able to talk. So if you can write a list of people down when you're feeling rubbish, and you've got a list of people there who you know you can turn to kind of get stuff off your chest, get that bit of support, get that bit of ongoing, to get that help, to just be able to release yourself. Talk, and you don't have to talk about all the bad things that are happening, like I said. So if you ask somebody, how are you? And then they reply with, oh, I'm awful, it's been a really bad week, and then they start to unload on you, then they're going to start to kind of keep unloading on you. And if you're not in a great place and you're looking for connection, then you don't want someone unloading on you. You want the connection, you want the friendship. So it's about kind of choosing what you talk about to people. And if someone kind of gets in touch with you and says, I'm really stressed out, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, and you're not in a good place to kind of help them, it's about being kind to yourself. Yeah. It's about knowing your boundaries and knowing if you kind of want to go and help that person, that's fine. But if that's going to make you be in an uncomfortable situation, or that's going to bring your mental health down, then you need to kind of stop and make sure that you're looking after yourself as well. So there's professionals out there that people can talk to. There's loads of free phone numbers that if someone's really, really struggling to the point that they need to talk to somebody about their mental health, if they're coming to you and your mental health's not in a great place, the best thing you can do for you and them is to pass them on to somebody who you know will be able to help them, instead of taking that onto your shoulders and kind of like, because we don't need to do that. Being a friend to somebody isn't taking on their problems. Yeah, you can listen and kind of support them. I'm not saying if your friends start talking to you about stuff, tell them to shut up, you don't want to hear it. Because I'm not saying be rude, I'm just saying kind of just suggest that, well, perhaps because I'm not feeling in a great place right now to be able to support you fully, that then they kind of, well, why not speak to someone like me? Or speak to somebody, and then if I'm not kind of free enough, or if I've not got the time or the energy, or if my mind's not in the right place, then I've got people that I can pass them on to as well. And even things like the Samaritans and just talking to somebody. There's always somebody that we can have a connection with. And if we tell ourselves that we haven't got any friends and we've got no one to talk to, and we've got no one that likes us, and we've not got this and we've not got that, do you know what? All you're going to do is just kind of not have it, because you're choosing not to have it. When you know you've got kind of friends around you who you can talk to, if you step back and like, they're not speaking to me, they've not messaged me, they've not done that, you're kind of making that choice to not have the connection. When in reality, you can have that connection just by messaging. Be kind to yourself, because it doesn't matter if they've not messaged you first, they're still your friend, whether they've been busy for the last 3 days or whether they've been messaging you for the last 3 days. So staying connected and talking to friends, there's different groups that we can do. So there's these sessions, like I said earlier, and we're going to be having the ladies' sessions running on Saturdays. And there's so many groups on Facebook, like so many groups on Facebook related to every single thing you could possibly think of. So if you've got a problem and you're really struggling with something, it's quite likely that there's a group on Facebook full of other people who have got exactly the same problem as you. Now, sometimes this is a good thing and sometimes it is a bad thing. So if it's a supportive group and they're supporting you and they're not kind of constantly whining and moaning, I'm not saying don't whine and moan sometimes, but it's the consistency of it. We all have good days and bad days. If it's consistently negative, then that's not going to help you. But if you've got people boosting you up in between saying, well, I tried this and this worked, why didn't you try that? If you got people doing things that you haven't tried before, that's possibly going to help you, and it's worth a try, and it's worth getting them connections with somebody who's actually experienced what you're experiencing. But there's also the other side of Facebook. So there's the fun side of it. What do you enjoy doing? So not what's bothering you. What do you love doing? So I know that one of the ladies who comes to these sessions, I got her for Secret Santa, and she has started doing the crystal painting, the crystal pictures, and she started enjoying it. So I bet you, in fact, I don't need to bet you, I know without even looking that there will be a group of people on Facebook who talk about crystal pictures and where they get them from, how much they like doing them, what different things they can do. And you can choose to kind of like, right, okay, well, that's something I'm interested in. So I'd like to kind of go and be in that group of people and kind of spend that time with them people, because that's something that I like and something that I enjoy. So that's kind of that's really it for today, and it's about staying connected with your friends, and that is one of the best things about this group, because we started as a couple of ladies in Momo's Cafe in St Helens getting together, and kind of I started doing sessions and presenting and kind of trying to help people and doing different arts and crafts and things like that. And we became friends because we stayed connected. And if we're struggling and we feel alone, we know that we've got a group of friends and a group of people where we can go and where we can talk to. So there's the Ladies Wellbeing group on the Facebook page, which you're more than welcome to come and join us in. Because if you've got any problems or anything like that, you can just type it up in there. It's all private. As long as you go into the private Ladies Wellbeing group, no one else sees it unless they're in the group, and quite likely someone out of the group will kind of perk in. This has happened to me. This is how I would deal with it. And I will be around and coming in and out of the group as well. So if you're struggling with anything at all, come into the ladies group and have a chat with us and just get it off your chest, and we can see what different ways we can support you, which is quite a few different ways. Just talking and kind of hearing other people's experiences, it makes a massive difference. And just having somebody who can kind of twist what you're saying from the negative to the positive sometimes can make a difference as well. So if you're not thinking in a positive way and everything's quite bad, then come and have a chat with us, because if we can kind of change something, looking at the positive side of that thing, then sometimes it's just looking at the total opposite of stepping back. I say this a lot, stepping back from what's actually going on. I'm thinking, like, why is that happening? Can I look at it from a different angle? So is it a really bad situation, or could it be an actual good situation? And talking to our friends about these things, it's fantastic. It is. It makes a huge difference to us. So I want everyone to stay connected, and I want everyone to come and join us in the ladies group. And it'll be fantastic to have people join us in the ladies wellbeing groups on Saturdays. I think that will be from 7 till 8 on Saturday evenings starting in April. So if you come over to the Facebook page, you'll be able to come and join us. Right, I am going to leave it there for the podcast, and we will see you next week for the last Stay Connected sessions, and then we will be starting our Ladies Lounge, which you're more than welcome to come and join us. See you soon. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to Broken Mind and Growing Confidence. Find us on Facebook at Positive Life Workshops. Come and join our Facebook group, Broken Mind and Growing Confidence, or the Ladies Wellbeing group. Our anxiety course will be live soon. If you're looking to improve your confidence, if you're interested in any healing, card readings, having problems with anxiety or your own confidence, feel free to give me a message. Thanks for listening. We'll be here again next Thursday. Goodbye.